My next panty adventure was actually quite recent. It took place last year in Taiwan when I was staying at my Taiwanese friend's house, and I felt extremely attracted to this Taiwanese girl, but she wasn't interested in me, and I was becoming extremely sexually frustrated. I was staying at her house, and it was so frustrating having her that close to me, right in the next room, and I wasn't allowed to do anything to her. I wasn't even allowed to touch her. I was so horny all of the time. And one of the things that I used to do to relieve this horniness was I went into the bathroom, and they used to leave all of their dirty laundry in a pile on the floor. And I would go into the bathroom and I would rummage through this pile and I would look for the used underwear. Now, it was a bit tricky trying to decide which underwear belonged to her because her sister and her mother also lived in that house and their underwear was also in the pile. Her sister was a bit on the skinny side, so I figured that her underwear would be the smaller underwear, and my friend, she was a bit chunky, a bit on the thick side, so I decided that her underwear would be larger. The thing is, her mother was also a bit chunky, but like I said earlier, there's usually a difference between the type of underwear that a young lady wears and a middle-aged woman wears. And I found this nice pair of pink underwear. They weren't too small, they didn't look like the kind of underwear that a middle-aged woman wore, and they had this tiny pink bow on the front, so I was pretty sure that these pair of panties belonged to my friend. And like you might have guessed, I tried them on. I smelt them, I touched them, I inspected them very closely. I was unable to take any photos because I didn't bring my phone into the bathroom, but I felt pretty satisfied with the whole experience. I realised that this was the closest I was ever going to get to her and I decided to relieve myself onto them and onto the whole pile of laundry. I did this several times a week over the course of 4 weeks. I know that sounds kind of messed up, kind of gross, but they were going to be washed anyway. No one would have found out.